Hi, okay, so I got your questions and we're going to do the reading. I can't believe that after all is said and done, this idiot goes and marries her. I mean, what an idiot. All right, first question that I'm going to ask, and I'm going to ask it as a yes and no question. Will this marriage last, even though we know it's not going to? I'm going to ask anyway. First, just as a yes and no. Okay, so you got a 33% chance that it could last. So when I do a reading like this, generally speaking, I'm looking for aces, and you only got one ace. And one ace would be 33%, two aces would be 66%, three aces would be 99%. Because of course there's always that 1% chance that somebody could change their mind, or free will gets involved, or whatever happens. Nothing is guaranteed 100%. So the first card you have in this reading, when I asked if the marriage is going to last, is the Two of Cups, which is no surprise. We know that they're married right now. And then the second card is the 33%. It's the Ace of Pentacles. And the last card is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Upright, the Seven of Pentacles is perseverance. It's working hard. It's persevering to keep the situation alive. In reverse, neither one of them works hard enough to keep this relationship going. So whatever this whirlwind bullshit is that happened, I don't think it's lasting. Now I'm going to just do a quick reading about what's going on in the relationship now, because it kind of seems like they're in this fairy tale honeymoon bullshit phase, and we all know that that's not something that a long-lasting relationship is built upon. And any of this bullshit that you see on Facebook or Instagram is exactly what that is. It's bullshit. And not just because it's them, because anyone that does that. People that are in real relationships are not convincing other people on Facebook or Instagram that they're in a real relationship. And people that betray each other and get involved with best friends and shit like that, you know, I mean, look, anyone can make a mistake, but these are pretty big mistakes that were made. So I'm not really buying this at all. So I'm just going to do a quick little reading just to see what's going on in their relationship. Okay, the first card is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Upright, it would be worried about money. In reverse, it's not so much about being worried about money. Now I'm going to clarify it. Okay, well, underneath the Five of Pentacles, you've got the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. They're both in reverse, so they're not as bad as it could be, but they both speak of betrayal, being stabbed in the back, feeling like they're under self-bound restrictions and they can't get out of their own way. So far in this reading here, there doesn't show happiness in their relationship, and it certainly doesn't show happiness like they're posting on Instagram. Now, I'm going to clarify the two cards I just pulled with two more cards. Okay, so underneath the Ten of Swords, you've got the Hermit in reverse, which is isolation. It's feeling isolated. The Hermit upright could be a Virgo, or it could be upright. It could be somebody that's withdrawing to go inside to search for the answers. In reverse, it's somebody that's hibernating. It's isolation, and it's self-bound isolation. So still, nothing here is showing happiness in this relationship. The King of Cups in reverse is showing that somebody may be a little bit controlling. Somebody may be trying to control the situation. Upright, it would be a water sign. Upright, it could be one of them, if either one of them is a water sign. But in reverse, it's not really a person, it's more of a situation. And it usually has to do with control. Somebody's controlling and manipulating. Then underneath the Eight of Swords, we've got the Four of Cups in reverse, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. So basically, the only card in this spread here that is even remotely good is the Ace of Pentacles. And that really speaks more about money. Now, the Ace of Pentacles could be a new beginning in love. I mean, it could be, but generally speaking, the Pentacles deal with money. So they could have come together because of money. It could be cheaper for the two of them to live together and be together because of money. So far, nothing here is showing me love. Not one love card has shown up. So I don't buy this relationship at all. And I know people do stupid shit, but look at Kim Kardashian. She was married for 72 hours. Britney Spears married somebody and was married for what, 50 hours? Or no, it's 72 days, and then I think she was married for 50 hours. So people do stupid shit, and they wind up finding their way out of it when they realize what the hell they did. So now let's see. Is he still coming back to you? First going to ask the yes and no way. Okay, so you have a 33% chance he comes back to you. You have the, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which would be the 33% chance. I just want to make sure. I don't know, something feels weird. And then you have the Queen of Wands. Okay, didn't miss any. Then you have the Queen of Wands and you have the Empress. So the Empress is a mother figure. It's fertility. This could be, it's the Venus card. So the Queen of Wands, and I forget what your signs are. The Queen of Wands could be if one of you is a fire sign or if you have fire in your chart. Fire sign rising. Also, being that we have the full moon tonight in Sagittarius, it could be talking about the full moon tonight is in Sagittarius. It could apply to that. The Empress card is showing that, I hate to say this because I don't want to be too extraordinary, but when the Empress shows up, there could be a child involved. So what I'm seeing here is that it is very possible that if you get back together, maybe there's a child that comes of it. And I don't like to be too, I like to stay kind of neutral. Like, I don't want to make it sound much better than it is, because right now he is married to somebody else, but that can change at any moment. I mean, shit happens. Okay, so now I want to see what's going on between you and him and what the feelings are between you guys. Because the feelings between him and her, they weren't there. Not in this reading. So what are the feelings between you and him? The first card you got here is the Ace of Pentacles. So once again, it's usually more about a new beginning in money or finances, but it could be a new beginning in love. That it's possible. To clarify that, we've got the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Eight of Wands is something changes fast. So it could be that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this guy shows up, and now the whole situation changes. Maybe he realizes he made a mistake. Maybe he feels like he's stuck. He can't get out of it, but there's always a way out, especially in this day and age. Now, the Knight of Cups in reverse, upright, it would be Prince Charming. He shows up. He shows up. He comes in with an offering of love. He comes in on the white horse. Is he on a white horse? Yeah, he's on a white horse. In reverse, he's kind of lost. So if this is going to happen, I don't think it's going to happen for you tomorrow. I think it may take a little bit of time. Now and that's what's so ironic, because something comes in quickly and changes, but then there's a hold up. But that's life. Life is contradictory. You know, you're so in love with somebody one day and then all of a sudden you break up and you hate their guts. It's very contradictory. And then who knows, 3 months go by, you get back together again, and now all of a sudden you love the person again. So life can be contradictory, and so can readings. So, all right, let's see here if we can clarify the Eight of Wands. Okay. Under the Eight of Wands, you have the Four of Swords in reverse. So if you're losing sleep or not getting enough rest and relaxation because you're worried about this situation, don't worry about it because it will work itself out. The Judgment card could be a new beginning. It could also be judging the situation. It could be, usually it is a new beginning. Now, once again, I don't like to be too overly optimistic because like we said, he is married to somebody else right now. But so far, your reading is like 100 times better than the reading he had with her. So, I'm going to clarify the Knight of Cups that's in reverse here because what's he in reverse? Okay. So in reverse, now you got the Seven of Cups, which is choices. So it could be that either he makes a choice or he knows he has choices, or you may have a choice. Maybe somebody else comes into your life and you may not really, you may be feeling a little bit differently about this ass, you know, coming up in the near future. The Hierophant in reverse. Upright, the Hierophant usually means like a spiritual person. It could be a Taurus. It could be somebody that you met through like a yoga or a church or a synagogue or something like that, or a spiritual journey of some type, something that has to do with a spiritual thing. But in reverse, it's kind of not being so connected spiritually. It could also be a little bit of a hold up. Things don't happen as fast as you want them. So basically, the reading with him and her didn't show anything that's love. With you and him, it does show that there could be a new beginning. It could come in fast, and then it could kind of, you know, slow down. But it does show there could be a new beginning. There will be choices. And I'm going to pull 3 more cards because I just want to see if I can get anything else on this. Okay. So the 3 cards I pulled. The Tower in reverse. The Tower upright is a total disaster. It's destroying something to rebuild it. In reverse, it's not that bad. And this could be the disaster that you just found out that he was married. That's pretty much a disaster. So that could be what that is. The Ace of Cups in reverse is a holdup when it comes to love. So you already know that this guy is not going to show up tomorrow because he's still with this idiot. But that doesn't mean that it's forever. Now, the Emperor in reverse, once again, is somebody that could be a little bit controlling. Or it could be upright. I would say that it was a father figure, a boss, an Aries man, or it could even be an Aries woman. But in reverse, it's more of like the situation. And I feel like it's somebody that wants to take control and maybe they can't grab control and they get a little bit frustrated with it. So this just may be a situation that you're going to have to, I hate to say it, wait it out. The best advice that I could give you is, and I'm going to pull playing cards for timing because, you know, I like them better for timing, even though timing is a real bitch and timing is difficult always. My best advice would be to continue with the law of attraction, envision what you want to happen in this situation. You can even script it. You can script it in a journal. Their breakup, you and him getting back together, you guys moving forward with your lives, and do your best to envision what you want and forget about it, and then get busy with somebody or somebody else or something else. Even if it's just like going out with friends, but just not constantly sitting around and thinking of it, because that can sometimes hold things up. You want to kind of set the intention and let it go. Like think of like a dandelion. You know the dandelion with the little white fuzzy things? You blow on it to make a wish. You blow on it and they all go out into the air for the wish. If you just hold it, you're still holding it. It's not like releasing it. It's not letting it go. So it's kind of feeling a little bit stagnant. On the other hand, I would also keep your options open. Keep your heart open if somebody else shows up. I mean, there's no harm at all in going out with Tom, Dick, and Harry until this guy comes back around. You may even find yourself in a position where you find somebody who you really like and you don't want to take back this guy when he shows up. So I would say keep your options open, but I would continue to work with the law of attraction, because what they say, and I've been studying this a lot lately because I know that there has to be something to it, because when I look back on my life, I see how I've manifested all of the disasters. So if I could manifest the disasters and they played out exactly like, I was just telling somebody this story. Years ago, I was dating this guy who was a good couple of years younger than me. And I always had the excuse that, well, he's young. So I kind of gave him a lot of leeway when it came to his immature behavior, which was really most of the times inexcusable. So I had this fear in my head that one day I would text him and he would text me back that he never wanted to speak to me again. And that's exactly what happened, just like that. Now, of course, it didn't last for that long, a few weeks, but in those few weeks, when you go through something like this, it's like, it could, I think one time, because I remember everything, you know, it's a Sicilian thing, we have very good memories. I remember it was like December 1st, and I didn't hear from him again until like January 31st. So it's really only like 6 or 7 weeks. But in the 6 or 7 weeks, it feels like 6 or 7 years. It's extremely painful, but I did it to myself. There was another time where I was convinced that I would text him, and then somebody else would respond to me with his phone saying, don't ever call this number again. And that happened to me. And of course, you know, oh, somebody had my phone, or whatever the bullshit was that went on. But it was very painful at the time, and it was inexcusable, because this is not how you treat people. I put up with it, but I also manifested it, because it was something that was in my head. So if I was able to manifest all of that shit storms that I did, well, then I should be able to manifest good things too. So you try to focus on what it is that you want, what it is that you want to bring into your life, and let go of the negativity. And if you ever get that real fear or that real desperation, I don't know if you've ever felt it, but where you almost feel paralyzed by fear, you have to try to change that feeling. I always say, imagine the toilet bowl and see that fear and whatever the negativity is going right down the toilet. Just envision it going down the toilet. Her, don't give her any attention, no energy. Don't think about her, don't look at her, don't even let her enter your mind. She comes into your mind, you put her in the toilet. I also do this. She comes into your mind, throw water on her and watch her melt like the fucking Wizard of Oz. Pardon my French. But don't give her any space in your head, because the more attention you give her, the more you will blow her up. And we don't want to give her that attention. First of all, she doesn't deserve it. Okay, so end of story. Now, let me pull some playing cards here, because we want to know timing, and timing is never easy. But let's just see. When do we think that this marriage is going to end? I'll pull one card. 5. 5 of spades. So it could be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, the 5th of any month, or spades could be this fall time with spades. So I would say, you know, the summer could end, and then so could the marriage. That's very possible. Now let's see when you will hear from him, when he comes back to you. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy comes back to you before he leaves her, and you start hearing, like, he starts telling you how miserable he is or something like that. Wouldn't be surprised at that at all. These guys need to get it together. All right. So for you, I get the Ace of Diamonds. So it could be the 1st of the month. It could be in a month. It could be in a week. It could be in a day. It could be, the diamonds would be the winter time. So this is also the Ace of Pentacles, which is the same ace that you got in the first reading. So it also could be that it's telling us that there is a new beginning here. I like the Ace of Hearts better for a new beginning in love, but the Ace of diamonds could also be, because it's equal to the pentacles. So I hope that this reading has helped, and I hope that you can stay focused and don't look at any bullshit on social media, because people are only putting up what they want you to believe, not what's really going on. It's all a lot of crap. All right, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you soon. Hang in there. Bye-bye.